Okay, this is Orlando Wilson, and I'm going to answer a question I've answered before in other videos, but I'm going to reiterate on it. And I've just been asked, people send me questions all the time. We want to get into the close protection business. We want to get into investigations business. How are we going to do it? To start off with, as I say always, you need to look at the local laws, etc. in your area and get the required licenses to work. That's your base point. So once you get the licenses, then you can start pushing yourself out there, etc. Now, to me, licensing is not, most licenses are minimal standard. Once you get the minimal standard, then you need to start getting training, well, proper training and experience. Now, how did I get into the close protection business? I left the military. I traveled around a bit when I left the military, and I worked. I was working. I mentioned to somebody recently, it's my youth was spent working. That's it. Didn't have time to party, even though partied hard when we could, but that's another story. But my focus was work. That's it. So you need to put the hours in and don't expect people to give you anything. I think a lot of people these days expect to do a close protection course, especially a licensing course, and then all of a sudden people will be throwing jobs at them. If you know people, if you're in the right position, in the right place, yes, you can get work. The right place. Okay, you need to move to where the work is. If you live in the middle of nowhere, if you live in a rural area where there's very little close protection work, very little going on, then don't expect to pick up any business. You know why? Because there is no business. You have to go where the work is. A lot of people, I think I mentioned this guy in another video, I was speaking to somebody rural part of England, and qualified guy, nice guy, tick the boxes, ex-military, licensed, etc., but lives in a very rural part of England. And he's wondering why he's not getting any work. Well, there's no work where you are. If you think at entry level people are going to be sending you plane tickets to fly around the world and do daring things, then you're on crack. You might have been told that on whatever course you've done, but you know what? The people that's telling you on the courses are lying to you to get you to do more courses with them. So, or something, or just BS'd you into taking the course in the first place. So this is where you have to be where the work is. And I say that's the main point. I left the military, traveled around a bit, well, done some stuff. I was working in security. I'd worked overseas. And I was in London during the summer, sending out resumes, meeting people, and I picked up work. Why did I get the jobs? Because people needed people and I was available. Starting off, corridor work in hotels, which is boring. But you know what? It paid the bills. I needed the money, and one door opened another door, and that's it. You got to be able to put the work in. I remember doing one corridor job in London, very nice hotel in Mayfair, of course. And there was a guy there whining. He was in the day, I don't think they got territorial army in UK anymore. He's ex-territorial SAS. And I remember I come up to take over from this guy, and he's whining like a bitch. He was over and above that. He was too high, too overqualified for corridor work. He wanted this, he wanted that, he wanted to do this. He's pissed off he wasn't the bodyguard and working out with the clients. You know what? Best of luck to you, mate. I don't know, I never know what happened to him, but at that time I was happy for the work, I was happy for the money, and I'd happily, I was happy. I wasn't happy, I was bored out of my skull, but you know what? That job for me at the time was worth it. And to me, if you have to put the work in, you have to put the groundwork in. If you're not doing the jobs that bore you out of your skull, you stood up for 8 hours at a time, 12 hours at a time, feet aching, back aching, hot, thirsty, tired, bored out your head. That's the close protection business. And if you're not going through that at entry level, and I know people that somehow got into management positions without going through that, you know what, you're not fit to manage. That's your foundation. That's the stuff you need to be doing. Looking back, it was a fucking nightmare. It was a pain in the ass. But you know what? I had bills to pay. I needed the experience. That's what got me the experience. So get the licenses, look at further training, proper training, network, move to where the work is and put the work in, one way or the other. You can't get the CP work, hotel work, casino work, door work. Put the work in, gain the experience, because you need that experience in time. It might, in short term, if you're looking at it from, okay, in the next 6 months, I want to be flying around the world saving damsels in distress. Again, you're on crack. Your plan wants to be a 5-year plan of what work you're going to be putting in to get your end result. And as I say in other videos, your plan needs to be get the licenses, get the better training, get the experience, and within I'd say 5-year point, then you want to be looking for your own clients. Set up your own security company, investigation agency, etc. Start looking for your own clients. That needs to be a plan. Because in the security business, you're not going to make good money working for other people. You're going to be somebody else's bitch. You might be, the person you're working for might be good to you, etc. But you're always going to be somebody else's bitch. You want to be the boss. And the only way you're going to do that is get the licenses, get the experience, get networking, and start looking for your own clients. Okay, a little bit of advice. So stop whining and start fucking working. So in the meantime, follow me along on social media. I've got a lot more of these videos up. I've got a lot more going up in the future. I have an array of books up on Amazon that talks about various aspects of the close protection business, kidnap and ransom investigations, travel security, crime fiction, etc., etc. So check out the books, check out the blogs, and if you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to me. In the meantime, as always, be good, stay safe, stay out of trouble, and as I said, stop complaining and start fucking working.